Hi there. Welcome back to A Year in the Garden. This is Jen for Spokane Public Library, and today I'm going to show you when it's time to harvest onion for the winter. That is, for the winter. Now, as soon as onions both start to fatten up, you probably, like me, should be eating it throughout the summer. But by about late summer or early fall, it's time to think about harvesting them for the winter. But how do you know when they're ready? How do you balance between when they're completely done growing or you want to leave them in a little bit longer to grow? This is your clue. Look at the whole bed of onion that's completely toppled over. That's your first biggest clue that it's ready. But there is various degree of readiness. So let's take a look. Your biggest clue is the neck. When the neck is completely broken like this and is wiggly, there is absolutely no life left in it and they're ready to pull. In fact, if you don't, you run the risk of them rotting, because if you continue to water this bed and they get wet, they're very prone to rotting. So when you see like this, when I call that the neck is broken, they're definitely ready. Okay, here's another one. Wiggly, white skin here, no more life left. Okay, and it's very easy. All you do is to pull them up like this. Onion is one of the best things that the children can grow with you when you're gardening, because they're easy to plant and they're easy to harvest and they're largely undisturbed by pests. Very carefree. So, on the other hand, look at the bed on this red onion, and they're all standing up still. Their necks are still very firm, so I'm going to leave this got some life left. I'm not going to pull this one up yet, but in this bed there are a couple of them. Look at this. I wouldn't be surprised if this one is already rotten. Oh no. So I'm going to leave this bed largely undisturbed today because they look like they're a bit further to go. But today I'm going to pull up this entire bed. When this is done, I'll show you how to dry and cure them for the winter. So pull. So you pull it up, brush off the dirt as best you could, and you have the option of laying them in the same bed or outside here in the garden to cure and dry for a couple of days. But I'm not going to keep them in this bed because I've got other things growing and I'm going to continue to water this bed. And onions are very prone to rotting when it's wet, when they're done growing. So when I'm done pulling up the last one here, we're going to move them out of the garden. Okay, so if you stay with me, I will show you where I'm moving it to. And that is the last one in this bed. So this is what you do when you harvested them. You can either hang them up in a bunch and hang it somewhere to dry, maybe in the garage, somewhere that has breeze and maybe warm, gentle air. Or you can lay it out here as we are doing on the front porch, so that it's from the very intense summer heat still. This is late summer. So it looks like we still have a bumper crop of green tops, so I may come out and harvest some of this green for further use in the stir fry or freeze it for the winter. But in the meantime, it's not ready. You're not ready to cut them off yet. You wait until they're completely dry and the top is completely dead and brown like this. Then when the whole thing is completely dead like this and dry, crispy, the onion is ready for you to cut them off at the neck. And then at that point, you're ready to pack them up and store them in a cool, dry cool, dark, dry place for the winter. So anyway, this is half of our harvest this year. I don't think we lost even one single onion. I hope somebody likes onion this year. I have a feeling people are going to get onions for Christmas. Until next time, this is Jian Jian for Spokane Public Library Home and Garden channel. Hit like and subscribe.